that were unearthed in 2025, offering fresh insights into the origins, development, and cultural diversity of ancient Chinese civilization. The findings, revealed in Beijing by the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences (CAS), highlight breakthroughs across periods from the Paleolithic Age to the Tang Dynasty. The first discovery takes us back to the Paleolithic Age at the Xingmiaozhuang site in Yangyang County, Hebei Province. Archaeologists carried out continuous excavations between 2022 and 2025, ultimately uncovering ancient human remains dating from roughly 120,000 to 13,000 years ago. These findings provide a rare and systematic body of evidence that deepens understanding of the origins and evolutionary path of modern humans in northern China. The second discovery was at the Peiligang site in Xinjiang City, Henan Province, which uncovered remains from both the Paleolithic and Neolithic periods. Excavations in 2025 revealed a multi-room building structure inside which archaeologists unearthed finely carved pottery sculptures featuring human face with fangs. Dating back approximately 8,000 to 7,500 years, the artifacts are believed. The third discovery was at the Zhengjiaogu site in Hebei Province.
The China-Uruguay Trade and Investment Cooperation Forum was held in Beijing on Tuesday, bringing together officials and business leaders from both sides and serving as a key platform to advance economic engagement between the two sides. The event coincided with Uruguayan President Yomando Osi's week-long state visit to China from February 1 to 7 and came after he held talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping on Tuesday morning, during which the two leaders agreed to deepen cooperation across various sectors. More than 160 representatives of Chinese and Uruguayan enterprises from foreign trade, engineering, finance, telecommunication, tourism, and other sectors attended the forum. Uruguayan representatives expressed confidence in China's economic outlook and market vitality, saying there remains significant room to deepen trade and investment cooperation in the years ahead. Leonardo Code, Secretary General of the Uruguayan Chinese Chamber of Commerce, noted that Uruguay's economy makes an ideal strategic partner through which to enter the Latin American market and outlined the country's collaborative vision. In 2025, the bilateral trade volume between China and Uruguay was $7.19 billion, including Chinese exports of $3.68 billion and imports of $3.51 billion, up by 9.2%.
Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi met with Li Haotung, Special Envoy of General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam (CPV) Central Committee, to Lam, in Beijing on Tuesday. Wang, also a member of the Political Bureau of the Communist Party of China (CPC) Central Committee, offered his congratulations on the success of the 14th National Congress of CPV. Wang said that China is willing to work with Vietnam to follow the important consensus reached between the top leaders of the two parties and countries, grasp the strategic nature of bilateral relations, enhance the mutual benefits of bilateral cooperation, and highlight the particularity of the China-Vietnam friendship. China is also ready to continuously promote the construction of a China-Vietnam community with a shared future. Trung, a member of the Political Bureau of the CPV Central Committee and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Vietnam, said that Vietnam has always regarded its relations with China as its top priority and strategic choice and adhered firmly to the One China policy. Vietnam anticipates the joint elevation of the comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership between Vietnam and China.
A Chinese Spring Festival Temple Fair was held in Luanda, Angola from January 31 to February 1 local time, bringing festival celebrations and cultural experience to local residents. The event was jointly organized by the Chinese Embassy in Angola and the Ingombota Municipal Government of Luanda Province and undertaken by the Association of Chinese Enterprises in Angola and the China General Chamber of Commerce in Angola. Chinese ambassador to Angola, Zhang Bing, and Ingombota Mayor Melka Kakis attended the event, noting that 2026 has been designated as the China-Africa Year of People-to-People Exchange. Zhang described the Temple Fair as the first cultural event under the framework and said China is ready to expand cooperation with Angola in cultural exchange, youth engagement, and talent development. Mayor Kaki said cooperation between Angola and China has produced tangible benefits and thanked China for sharing its traditions with the Angolan public, adding that Angola is keen to deepen exchanges and strengthen people-to-people links. Nearly 10,000 overseas Chinese, local Chinese community members, Angolan guests, and residents attended the Temple Fair.
The promotional video for China Media Group CMG's 2026 Spring Festival Gala was prominently featured at a cultural event held on Sunday in Cape Town, the legislative capital of South Africa. Held by the Cape Town Chinese community, the Chinese New Year 2026 celebration event was staged at the Victoria and Alfred waterfront, presenting local audiences and foreign visitors with a rich cultural feast infused with a spring festival atmosphere. The event also features a looped screening of the promotional video of CMG's New Year. The video artfully blended traditional Chinese New Year customs with modern visual aesthetics, enhancing the celebratory atmosphere and providing a rich auditory and visual experience that highlighted the unique charm and cultural depth of the Chinese New Year. This year's Spring Festival Gala is set to deliver a mesmerizing spectacle of Chinese New Year's Eve on February 16th, marking a cherished occasion for families to gather and celebrate the most important festival in the traditional Chinese calendar. Among the attendees of the celebration event were Chinese Consul General in Cape Town, Ren Fagyang, and officials from the Western Cape Province and the city of Cape Town. Gordon Hill Lewis, Mayor of Take Two. Gordon Hill Lewis, Mayor of Cape Town, sent his greetings via video messages.
Displaced Palestinians in Egypt expressed hope of reuniting with loved ones after news of the Rafah border reopening, with a chance to reunite with family, stirring both hope and painful memories of the war that tore them apart. Egyptian authorities said tens of thousands of Palestinians have registered for two-way travel through the Rafah border crossing, though the permitted number of daily trips remains unknown. Nearly a year has elapsed since Omar Zarib and his wife Hanim escaped the Israeli bombardment of Gaza. Now settled in Al Arish, Egypt, Omar remembers with vivid clarity the day the onslaught began. In May 2025, the couple got approved to accompany Zarib's critically ill parents for treatment to Egypt, leaving behind several family members. Seeking treatment in Egypt, kidney patient Yasser Mahmoud longs for his sister to join him from Gaza once the border reopens. The war has already taken his son, a loss that shadows his family's flight from home. For Mahmoud, the border offers a chance to reunite with his sister and children in Egypt. For Zarib, it is a path back to Gaza, where he dreams of rebuilding the life that was torn apart. Greenlandic Prime Minister Jens Frederik Nielsen on Monday condemned the United States for its, quote, condescending and divisive aim, unquote, toward Greenland. In a statement released ahead of an emergency session of the Inatsisartut, Greenland's parliament, Nielsen also reiterated that continued U.S. pressure on Greenland is unacceptable. Greenland has faced a difficult situation over the past 14 months, the Prime Minister said, citing repeated U.S. statements, including recent ones, regarding its intention to acquire Greenland. While the possibility of a military takeover has recently been disavowed, the United States continues to seek Greenland's attachment to and governance by the United States. Nielsen pointed out that such rhetoric comes not only from U.S. President Donald Trump, but also from other key U.S. decision makers and close allies, adding that they have a condescending and divisive aim toward Greenland and its people. In response, the government of Greenland has declared these attempts unacceptable and reiterated that Greenland is part of the Kingdom of Denmark. Nielsen also said that despite the tense situation, Greenland has begun a dialogue with the United States through high-level official channels, and his government will work to turn the talks into concrete results.
Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has ordered the start of negotiations with the United States within the framework of the nuclear issue, Iran's semi-official Fars news agency reported Monday, citing an unnamed government source. Fars, quoting Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Ismail Baghai's remarks earlier in the day as saying, added that talks between Iran and the United States will probably be held in Turkey in the next few days. Meanwhile, Iran's semi-official Tasnim news agency, quoting an unidentified informed source also confirmed that senior officials from the two sides will probably begin negotiations in the coming days. The negotiations will probably be held between Iranian Foreign Minister Saeed Abbas Arashki and U.S. President Donald Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff, Tasnim reported, adding that the venue and exact date of the negotiations have not been finalized yet. The developments come as tensions between Tehran and East January. On Sunday, Trump said if Tehran fails to strike a nuclear deal with Washington, we will find out whether Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei was right to warn that a U.S. attack could ignite a regional war. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Ismail Baghai said on Monday that Iran is reviewing the details and general outlines of a potential initiation of negotiations with the United States. He made the remarks at a weekly press conference in response to media reports that negotiations between Iran and the U.S. could start within the next few days in Turkey. Baghai denied that Iran had received any ultimatum from the U.S. and noted that Iran is at the decision-making stage. He said countries in the region are acting as intermediaries, exchanging messages between the two sides. Over the past decade, Iran has frequently seen deception and non-commitment to promises from the United States, which culminated